our projects are on a very aggressive schedule. We're doing 3 movies over 2 years, all these Garfield movies, and they're feature length. Jim Davis is writing all of the scripts, which is fantastic. We're basing our look on the original Garfield strip. It's 3D, but it looks like the Garfield strip. And so we're starting from that creative place, that the sense of humor, the sensibility of the whole project all the way through is all from Jim Davis.
For years, I'd looked at the movies, and I'd always wanted to do Garfield, in a movie format. But Disney had always done movies so well, animation so well, and traditional animation. I didn't feel like I could go there, but I wanted to do something in 3D with a CGI character. And these days, now that the technology is there, I knew the time was right to finally, approach this arena with Garfield.
Jim will deliver us, let's say, a page of script, and our production team will break that into pieces and break that down into all the different components that go into the page, and typically those are some number of shots. And then what goes into that shot gets broken down, the props, the set, the atmosphere effects, the characters, of course, what the character's wardrobe is, all the little pieces. Before any of that stuff can be built, it has to be designed. So now we know all the things that we have to put in there, and we know that they all have to be built, so we make sure that there's schedule room for all that, and then we go back before we start anything and design those things.
Every single squeeze, we like to squeeze and then dance and squeeze and then dance.
I like the new dispensers.
Yeah.
That goes back and forth between Mark as the director, Jim as a creative executive producer, and the designers in Seoul. And they go back and forth and send each other drawings, and it's a very fun process. That's one of the most creative times. And they design every little piece of everything that goes into that one shot. So they'll design the shoelaces on the shoe and the buttons on the wardrobe. And 3D, what we call turntables, where we'll take an object, a prop, and have it work and turn in 360 degrees so we can really see what it looks like from all sides. We do that for all our characters as a model and then as a color piece to make sure that everything looks, the way we want it to look.
When I saw Toy Story, I knew that the CGI technology had come along far enough to really make characters perform. But at that point, too, they were all toys, and they were all, articulated so that they could move and be very realistic. Then Shrek came out, and now all of a sudden everything got fluid, and they really could emote. And then I knew, Garfield is a very fluid character. He's not slick, he's not shiny, he's not a toy. So we needed that, to come about before we could really let Garfield perform, really strut his stuff. And to date, we've done him as CGI, but with live action. And now, for the first time, he's a CGI cat in a CGI world. Everything's computer animated. Everything's bright. And it's very interesting, too, because if you'll notice in the film, when he's in cartoon world, there's a little faint outline around everything. It's all modeled, it's all shaded, it's all CGI, but there's this little outline as if someone drew a little ink line around everything. When he goes out to the real world, there's no outline anymore. He's very realistic. We can make the whole world the way Garfield sees it. We can make the whole world the kind of world Garfield really does live in.
All you guys have to do is figure out a way to get us back home.
All those design pieces happen, and then once we have that, we can do a storyboard for that. And the storyboard will incorporate everything that was in that breakdown, and they'll try and incorporate a rudimentary version of what the designs are. And then we start having the animators animate all that stuff.
Good morning, Odie. Are you hungry, boy? Attaboy. Well, breakfast is nearly ready. We'll eat just as soon as I rouse Mr. Grumpy. Garfield!
And then eventually that shot is finished with final animation approved and gets a final render, and it goes into the cut.
Oh, hot, hot, hot! Good morning, Odie. Are you hungry, boy? Atta boy. Well, breakfast is nearly ready. We'll eat as soon as I rouse Mr. Grumpy. Garfield! Breakfast!
Well, what do you know? I guess every cloud does have a silver lining.